Divorce leaves Meghan empty-handed, and pushes Harry's inheritance date out until the Duke totally cuts ties with Meghan. In a lot of ways this is giving Meghan fodder for when they do divorce, and money is the only thing that cements connections between the sexes. I believe they started the unravelling with the Queen's burial, and it's accelerated with Netflix reality shows like Spare, South Park, and so on. They brought all of this on themselves. Meghan realizes that, at this pace, her affluent days are coming to an end. After dragging his royal family into business to generate money, it's time for her to move on to the next scheme. Create a new narrative about a poor wife who has been abused by her royal husband. Madam went into the marriage with her eyes wide open because there is so much information on video podcasts and interviews. She is the one who deceived the world into believing that theirs is the greatest love story in the history of love stories, and they both continue to promote that cliché. She is the relationship's dominant partner. California is a no-fault divorce state, which I assume is also equal blame. They both make awful partners for anybody, as she relies on him for money and he receives another inheritance when he reaches the age of 40. He received the majority of his fortune from Diana when he reached 25, but the executors of her estate modified the distribution of assets when they took control, establishing a fund and making investments that were to accrue interest for an additional 15 years. Princess Anne is the designated bearer of that fortune, and she will undoubtedly postpone the release of even one penny until Prince Harry has had enough of his swindler wife, and has received the psychiatric care he so clearly needs. Prince Anna is urging back the date of inheritance. She's the administrator. She changed the age he inherits to 45. There's a reason the Queen Mother put dependable forthright, and in charge of the money. She'll hold it until the children come of age. Those poor kids really hope they have as little exposure to their parents as possible as they grow up. The inheritance from the Queen Mother that Princess Son administrates so hard to keep the money unjeweled straight, though turn 40 next year. Meghan is aware that it will expire, and that their exiled royal saga has more than run its course. The next victim narrative will most certainly grab onto the mistreated wife of an alcoholic or matriarchal woman, who bore the bulk of caring for Harry during his mental illness while his own family dumped him under the bus. They're both detested or hated, thus she'll never need Harry to be a victim. The easiest way to spin this is to portray him as either an abuser or significantly mentally sick. This is to be twisted. The narrative that she was duped into marrying Murray in a hurry and that none of his promises have come true, that he didn't adequately prepare her for royal life, that his immaturity and deep-seated jealousy for his brother negatively impacted the course of their marriage, and that the process will speed up when the money runs out and no more multi-million-dollar deals can be made.